morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time y'all watching or listening to this, man. Appreciate it. This is Marquis Walker from Boston, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We got a lot of subjects to talk about before we get to Erick Sermon. This is the THHC podcast, stands for the Hip Hop Connoisseur podcast, and we're gonna be talking about Erick Sermon, his Vernia album. Eventually, we're gonna talk about some new releases today. First, let's get that off the shelf. Then we'll get into some fact checker news, and then we will speak on the living legend Erick Sermon. You know what I'm saying? I've been a fan of Erick Sermon since EPMD, man. EPMD, one of my favorite groups, man. So that's all I gotta say. Let's talk about what came out today. Let's bless some artists. And if I don't have your artist on the list, let me know. Put it in the comments. Put in the comments below. These are the albums or EPs that I listened to today. I took the time to listen to once or twice each of these albums. I really dived into them. So, and I'm not gonna review them, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of feedback. I want to let y'all know that these are the albums, these are the artists that I'm aware of. So let me be aware of the artists you're aware of in the comments below, or if you're the artist, let me know what you dropped today or whatever, dropped yesterday or last year, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, number one is Rashid Chappelle and 38 Special. They get together again. They always get together and pull out solid projects. The Trust Gang camp over there, they're doing a good job with some of these artists. And 38 Special on the lead, doing most of the production, usually all the production. So go check out Checks and Balances by Rashid Chappelle and 38 Special. Number two is Master Ace, man. Big fan of Master Ace. Master Ace and Marco Polo, huge fan as well. It's called Richmond Hill. A lot of people are talking about this underground. Everyone's speaking on this. Man, I'm telling you, this is probably the first album a lot of people want to check out prior to anything else that came out. Master Ace, legend, living legend. Marco Polo, same, called Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill, and it's really a good album. This is one of the albums I probably listened to twice, and shout out to the album, man. A lot of people are saying album of the year contender already. I'm not saying it yet. I'm just saying people are saying it. Speaking of people saying album contender already, right? Benny the Butcher, number 3, Benny the Butcher. Everybody Can't Go. Now Benny the Butcher's been talking about this album for some time now. He hasn't really released anything because since you're under a major label, Def Jam, you can't put out the independent labels or albums or EPs like Conway Machine was doing. Conway was dropping every week, it seemed like, right? But Benny the Butcher had to wait. And so Everybody Can Go. What y'all think about it? Let me know. I listened to it twice. I really think it grew on me. It's grown on me. I do like it. So shout out to Benny the Butcher and BSF camp over there. Number 4 is I Am God and Klypto. I used to call him, I don't know if he dropped the beats. It's Klypto Beats, but I'm going to say I Am God and Klypto. He's the producer. Bloodstained Suede Part 2. Now they got a Part 1. Totally different. Part 1 is totally different from Part 2. You would think it'd be a kind of continuation of like something what of the theme. But I Am God, Klypto, Bloodstained Suede, Part 2. I really like this one too. I listened to this one twice. It was a great project. Shout out to I Am God, man. With I Am God always says Chicago. Never forgot how to rap or something like that. Yeah. So number 5 is Cash Flow. Shout out to Cash Flow. He put out an EP called Process Over Perfection. Cash Flow also is a self-produced EP, so shout out to Cash Flow. He produced every beat on there, about 5 tracks on there. He got some hits on there, got some bangers on there, man. Cash Flow, he raps on. He's a rapper and a producer, so shout out to Cash Flow. And he got a podcast. Go check him out. He got the podcast going too. Number 6, N.O.R.E, Shea Butter Queen. You know, say N.O.R.E. She got an EP as well called The Color Chocolate. The Color Chocolate. Shout out to The Color Purple too. That's on. Y'all did y'all see The Color Purple, the new rendition? Let me know if y'all saw. But Shay N.O.R.E got the EP called The Color Chocolate. It's dope. I believe it's 4 track EP. It's dope. Still got some features on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check it out. Support Shay N.O.R.E. Number 7 is Vic Spencer, man. Vic Spencer and producer original super legend. It's called B Double Clip Tight. Yo, that album cover of Vic Spencer it got the twin tower. I don't know, man. He gotta explain that album cover with the twin towers. I'm not sure what's going on with that. If y'all know what Vic Spencer and original super legend, you know, they mean what you think they mean about the album cover, how they got the album. I don't know. This album cover is kind of, I don't know. I would think it'd be controversial. I don't know. I'm just asking. 8 is Crime Apple. Shout out to Crime Apple. We don't talk enough about Crime Apple. Crime Apple is fire. Crime Apple is fire. Shout out to Cameron Ferris, man. He's an artist, man. When Eric was dropping this, he was hitting me up trying to work. Unfortunately, man's didn't the bread at the time, man. Man's didn't have the bread at the time. That's all right, man. I mean, yo, if it was meant to be, man, you'll work with Eric. Don't worry about it, man. That's dope, though. That's a dope story. My man's, okay, let's see. He said my man's. All right, so, okay. Oh, so was Eric trying to charge? Eric was charging y'all? Yeah, I wonder Eric what they was charging back in the day. Let's get back to the list, man. Crime Apple number 8. Producers Preservation, L Leon, I believe L Leon. And Crime Apple's one of the best rappers. Underrated. A lot of people don't speak on this dude, but shout out to Crime Apple, man. Go get in his catalog. I'm telling you, man, you won't regret it. Number 9 is Roscoe P. Cold Chain. It's called Last Night Should Have Never Happened. To be honest, I couldn't even find this album. Somebody told me this album was out. I'm a fan of Roscoe P. Cold Chain. So I went to go look for it. I didn't see the album. Let me know if this album came out. Number 10 is Future Wave. Future Wave is a producer. Shout out to all producers out there. It's killing the game. Number 10 is Future Wave, and it's called McFly. It's a beat tape, instrumental album called McFly. It's dope. It's dope, man. It's dope, man. It's something you just put in the whip or listen to around the house. Number 11 is Snook the Crook. Snook the Crook. Somebody told me about Snook the Crook today, so I checked them out. I listened to this particular album. It was okay. So I said, let me promote him, give him some fans, give him a couple more fans, you know what I'm saying? Why not? It's called Thieves Codes. Shout out to Snook the Crook, man. Thieves Codes. The last one, someone called me and recommended this one. I listened to a couple tracks and listened to the whole album, but it's the artist is named Don Tripp. Don Tripp. It's called Frostbite. So the album's called Frostbite. Don Tripp. Let me know if y'all know about Don Tripp and Snook the Crook. Those are 2 artists that I learned about today, and I'm gonna tap into their catalog soon, and we're gonna figure that out, man. Yo, let's get into this fact checker news, man. It's a lot of stuff to discuss. Let's start us up with pauses. Be positive. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Birthdays, Ellen DeGeneres. Shout out to Ellen DeGeneres. Wayne Gretzky, the skater, Wayne Gretzky. Kirk Franklin, the preacher, singer. Vince Carter, you know what I'm saying? Dunker, basketball player, NBA player. Anita Baker, one of my crushes. I love Anita Baker, man. Don't you ever say nothing bad about Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? Bessie Coleman, black pilot, black woman pilot. Shout out to Bessie Coleman, R.I.P. Speaking of R.I.P., one of the biggest things that happened on this day was Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna, Gigi, I believe they call her, and the others that I don't know the others' names, but the other people were lost as well in that helicopter accident, man. And I'm a huge fan of Kobe Bryant, and I thought and I still think, Kobe Bryant's the best basketball player besides Magic Johnson in the NBA that played in the NBA. And then of course it goes Jordan and LeBron and stuff. But I gotta do my list. I'll do my list for y'all, man. But Kobe, man, I miss you, man. I even did I did a Kobe hoodie, a Kobe shirt. Go check the website, man. I did, when he passed, I couldn't. I had to do something, so I designed a shirt for him. Like this is one of my merch. This is one of my hoodies, but I designed a Kobe one. You know what I'm saying? You get the hoodie or the T-shirt, man. R.I.P. to Kobe and his daughter and everybody else that was in the helicopter, man. I was tragic. I remember where I was at. Y'all remember where I was at when Kobe passed? I was in a park with my ex-girlfriend and her daughter, and we was playing in the park. And someone said it to us, like a mother that was on a bench watching a kid, and she said something, or a guy said something, watching his daughter, kid, or son, I don't know. And we were like, "What? What'd you say? What'd you say?" And we looked on our phones, and there it was, man. So condolences to his family and friends and all that. But yeah, man, R.P. Kobe, man. Number 3, 1998, Bill Clinton says, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." Now he's talking about Monica Lewinsky, of course. Yo, I remember this, man. Yo, Bill Clinton, the Mac, man. Yo, Bill Clinton playing the sax, on Arsenio Hall, listen to jazz, getting ahead, in the White House, man, like making the house more white. Those let me stop. But I don't know. Shout out to Monica Lewinsky, man. Hopefully she gets her just dues. Or I don't know if she got her just dues, but yeah, that was crazy. Number 4 is 2005. Condoleezza Rice sworn in as U.S. Secretary of State. So shout out to her. She was the first Black woman to accomplish that. So shout out to her. Number 5 is 1990. Red Sox highest Elaine Weddington as assistant GM. Again, another first black type of event. First black woman that was an assistant GM in the league. Period. So shout out to that. 1926, man. John Logie Bard gives first public demonstration of the television in London. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yo, I didn't know what happened in London, so I said that's a good fact to talk about. So everything happened is today. Everything's today. So everything I'm saying is either happened today is a fact check of news that happened today. So y'all can go check up on it. Some of the things is me talking about other stuff, but some of the things I learned today, or most of the things happened today, like the birthdays, of course, and of course all these facts. Number 7, 1973, Elton John. Shout out to Elton John. Don't Shoot Me, Only the Piano Player was released on this day. That's dope. That title is dope. I like the title. I never heard that album. I'm going to go listen to it and see. Does Elton John have a classic album? Let me know if anybody Elton John fan out there. Recommend an Elton John. Y'all can recommend any genre of music to me, and if it's good, I'll review it. So let's see. Number 8. I'm not a Pats fan, so I'm putting these on there just to mess with somebody. All the Pats fans, really. So on this date, 1986, Pats lost Super Bowl to Chicago Bears, 46-10. Especially in this, also on this date, 1997, the Pats, lose Super Bowl to Green Bay Packers, 35-21. I don't know, man. This day is not for the Patriots. So I'm pretty sure they want to forget this date. You know what I'm saying? They probably sleep in on this date. Number 10. I just found out about this one here. Black G's versus 38 Special. Now, shout out to Mike Powers. Go check out Mike Powers Global. Mike Powers Global. He has a podcast on YouTube. Intro King. We call him Mike Powers, aka the Intro King. He got an interview with artist, rapper Black G's from upstate New York. And it's fresh. It's fresh off the press. Go check it out. And Black G's did a diss record to 38 Special. Like, if you know the whole history of these guys, they were affiliates. They knew each other, knew of each other, did business together. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it stays on wax. All right. So we don't want it to get like this. Number 11. Netflix Griselda with Vergara. Sofia Vergara. Oh, Sofia Vergara. Ooh, she's still fine, man. She's still fine. She fine in the makeup. She dressed up in the makeup as Griselda Blanco. You know, this is one of the, if y'all know the history, one of the biggest drug dealers in the world was a woman. You know what I'm saying? People were scared of her. Pablo Escobar was scared of her. A lot of people were scared of her, man. She made a reputation. And she started off as a prostitute. Crazy. That's all I gotta say. And took over like the drug game. Anything can happen, right? I guess. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, I just want to scream on some of these facts, man. If y'all want to talk about any of these subjects, put it in the comments. Give me your comments. Give me your thoughts about any of the subjects and the fact checker news. And let's get to the album review. You know, I'm excited. It's Erick Sermon. Stop playing, man. Oh man, I'm already excited, man. Already excited, man. Let me throw the tracks down here. Do I got the tracks down here? All right, tracks. Oh yeah, that's them. The one. I'm thinking like, did I put them in there? Oh, Payne, wake up. By the end of the game, go. Oh snap! I didn't update the I'm gonna update it while I'm talking. But yeah, let's keep talking about some of the fact checker news while I still update this. I want to put it across the board. Well, you know what? I just get into it, man. I'm gonna have to put the tracks down. I usually put the tracks down, and you know what I can do now? I'll just put the title up, and y'all can get into it. Then while I'm talking, maybe I'll put the tracks in and put them up. All right, guys, let's get into it, man. Let's start this podcast. Once again, this is the THHC podcast, episode 178. Erick Sermon. We're talking Vernia, the album Vernia. I think it's a heavily slept on album from underground. A lot of people slept on this album. They don't got it highly ranked as one of Erick Sermon's best solo albums. We're not even talking about his EPMD career. But what do you guys think? Let's talk about it. So, of course, you went solo, started doing this whole thing. I ain't got to get into all that, but we're going from Boston to Brentwood, Long Island to go visit Erick Sermon. And it's called Vernia. And Vernia means springtime. And I think it's Latin for something about a little girl, or something like that. But it really means springtime. This album came out April 19th, 2019. 45 minutes and 8 seconds, man. First track is Payne intro, man. And it's starring, if you don't know this person by now, RJ Payne. If you don't know RJ Payne, man, I don't know, man. You gotta know him now. So what I say about this one, number one, Payne intro featuring RJ Payne, produced by DJ Kanza. Shout out to all the producers that were laced this album as well. Erick Sermon didn't do the entire album. This is, RJ Payne, first of all, he's a great lyricist, right? If you wasn't a fan of him, prior to this record, you're gonna be a fan of him now, and you're gonna probably go deep in his discography. You're gonna go searching, for all his stuff, man, because he starts off the album just right. Let's put it that way. Let's just put it that way, man. He's a rapper, lyricist, a dope MC, and I think he's like in my top 10, top 25 rappers now currently. So RJ Payne, shout out to RJ Payne, getting on Erick Sermon, man. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, man. If y'all heard this album, y'all know him, right? Let's talk about number two. Is it's called Wake Up, and this one is produced. Actually, it's Wake Up / No Fear. I thought it was gonna be a 2-for-1 song, but ended up being just him naming the song Wake Up and No Fear. And this is produced by Erick Sermon. And they got the famous quote, "Wake up." Shout out to Spike Lee. Wake, School Days. Y'all gotta see that movie. School Days. Go see that movie. Y'all better watch School Days. Everybody watch School Days. Shout out to Spike Lee. But Wake Up, this is the Wake Up record. The music is funky and it has a groove that Erick Sermon uses to entertain us. Ooh. Excuse me. Man, probably from smoking. Smoking earlier. Smoking the chronic earlier. But anyway, Wake Up. The music is funky and has a groove that Erick Sermon uses to entertain us with his verbal warfare. We have a living legend here, man. So #Wake Up. Erick Sermon is the man. Stop playing. He is the man. Number 3 is the Wave, and this is featuring Yummy. Is it Yummy and the Youngfellaz? Now, most of these people singing most of the hooks, or doing ballads, or somewhat providing some type of melody. So the Wave, Rockwilder. Shout out to Rockwilder, produced this track. Rockwilder been doing his thing. Another living legend producer, man. Stop playing. Shout out to Rockwilder. So Rockwilder equals a neck brace. Whenever you hear Rockwilder, get your neck brace, because you're gonna be bobbing your head. Beats are knocking like Bilal's breath in the 1990s house party movie. I remember when I wrote this. All right, so features adding a beautiful touch with vocals of Silk. Erick has a iconic rap flow. So yeah, man, he does. Erick Sermon is one of those people that has a voice for rap. Guru said it best with this rap song: you must have the voice to keep it hot. You must have the voice. I can't. But yeah, man. Like, so the voice sometimes sells the record, and I believe that Erick Sermon always had that voice for music and for entertainment. So Erick Sermon, shout out to Erick Sermon. Everybody don't got the voice. Everybody don't got the voice. All right, so let's go to number 4, The Game. AZ and Styles Piece, 2 of my favorites. This is produced by Erick Sermon and Mike Checks. This joint's so fire. Man. Erick speaking on The Game for these young bucks out here over the smooth and relaxing Marvin Gaye track, man. AZ blesses the mic and speaking up and talking about these whack rappers. You know what I'm saying? Styles P letting the heat fly. Styles P dope, man. Styles P dope, man. He's one of my favorites, man. And Styles P saying he's the other E making dollars, man. That's dope. I like that, how he incorporated that. So you just want to, Styles P, yo, you can't say nothing bad about Styles P. Don't say nothing bad about Styles P. You know what I'm saying? I'll be over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing, man. I'll be on the go, just like the next record. Next record is Go, featuring No Malice, Trey Bishop, or Tri Bishop. Is it Tri Bishop? Tri Bishop. And I'm gonna say Kaelyn Kastle. I believe it's Kaelyn, if I'm saying your name right. Kaelyn Kastle. Yeah, so this song is another great record. This is when like the record starts to really heat up. Like you can tell, you get it's a build up. You get the intro dope, you get the build up, and then just the middle of the album just funky, and then it dies down, but still stays on a great path to be a good album. So Go, featuring No Malice, Tri Bishop, and Kaelyn Kastle, produced by Erick Sermon. Beat is automatically a hit record. This beat, when it first come on, you're like, yo, this beat crazy. Erick says, stop blaming the man and get up, get out and get something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Outkast. But No Malice, shout out to No Malice. No Malice is on his Raekwon and finding the truth out there, man. Shout out to No Malice. Pusher. What's going on, man? Y'all, I got the clips out, code out. Yo, who wants the clips to come out with a new album? I know I do. I'm a fan. Put that in the air. Put the positive energy in the air. Clips. We need an album. We need an album. But yeah, So the singers, Kaelyn, Kastle, and Tri Bishop, great voices. They fire, and they just fly on the microphone, man. We need that Clips album. Now, I'm just thinking about the Clips album now. I'm still thinking about the Clips album. Like, yo, the Clip. Yeah, I gotta get the Clips album, man. But yeah. So let's go to number 6. My Style. See this dude, this album. That's why I'm like, nobody talk about this album. This album's crazy. That's why I want to talk about it. And this is why I get on here and speak on these albums, man. Like it's like people forget about certain ones, man. Erick Sermon, this album's fly. My Style featuring Raekwon and N.O.R.E. Shout out to N.O.R.E. and Drink Champs, that crew over there. This is produced by Boogeyman. It sounds like some summertime cookout, playing spades, playing dominoes, with your peoples type of record. Raekwon is still fathering your style on this record. Erick Sermon, his style is purple tape 1 and 2. He said his style is purple tape 1 and 2. That's crazy. Noriega, aka Slim, had quotables and had the best verse, fun verse, whatever you want to call it. Guess Who Fathered Your Style? That just stands out. I love that. The song is full of quotables, not just Noriega, but it's full of quotables. But Noriega and I expect cards on Father's Day. I expect cards on Father's Day. I'm some of y'all fathers too. So, like Noriega said, I expect cards on Father's Day, man. The Green Eye Bandit doing this thing again, collaborating with people that you may not think would fit with his style, and but he finds a way to make it work, and that's what great producers do. Great producers do that. Let's talk about a combination that I thought when I saw it on paper, I'm like, what is this? You're reading it. I read when I got in any album, I play it and I start reading. I start reading who's on it, what's going on. But that girl featuring Big K.R.I.T and Ricco Barrino. I don't know who Ricco Barrino is. I figured he was a singer, right? But Big K.R.I.T, I was like, how's this gonna work? What are they gonna do? A southern beat? What are they doing? So, but this is produced by Erick Sermon. Loving the music from Erick. Add some soulful tunes, and Erick Sermon will make a hit song. Singer Ricco Barrino singing his heart out. It was just dope. Just a fly singer. Big K.R.I.T brought some southern flavor and spiced up this joint. So shout out to Big K.R.I.T. Like I was, sometimes you get skeptical if you're not really a fan of. So I'm not really a huge fan of Big K.R.I.T. Like, do I like some of his music? Yeah. Do I like? Is he in my top 10, top 25? No. But I never really listen to a whole Big K.R.I.T album, to be honest. But I think he could rap. Like there's nothing wrong with it. And it's nothing wrong with him. I mean, but he just wasn't my cup of tea. But when hearing this song with Erick Sermon, I think Erick Sermon knows how to produce people. And I think this is a good example of that. And so shout out to Keith Murray. Shout out to people that want to be produced. Like Snoop Dogg said the other day, I saw Snoop on I don't even know, Snoop's everywhere. Snoop's got a movie out, so he's going crazy. He's running around on every podcast. So I seen Snoop on some podcast. It was a sports podcast, I think. And he was talking about he don't mind being produced because him and Dre are working on that album, him and Dr. Dre, and he likes to be produced by Dr. Dre. So I thought that was interesting that an artist would say that because most, especially like if you think this dude's gangster, whatever, you go, oh, you think people are tough. You wouldn't think that somebody would say I want to be produced, but I think it's big of Snoop to say that, and I'm the type of person that I believe I can produce people, but I would have to get that opportunity. People would have to trust me to produce them. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to be produced? Would you like to be produced? would you allow somebody to produce you? Um, you know, uh, things of that nature. What would you do? What would you, if you're an artist, do you allow other producers to tell you how to kind of how to rap, or maybe to change a verse, or to say a verse a certain way? I'm just asking. I just want to know, artists out there, let me know. It's just a good question to ask, because I want to know how artists think, man. I want to know how y'all think out there, man. Let me know. Let's get to the next song. Marsden. The next song is, this is a good one too. Number 8, Cabinet. 8 is Cabinet, produced by Erick Sermon. Erick Sermon's a great storyteller too. When you listen to him, not just in EPMD, everywhere, especially when we got solo, he had to like be more creative and become a better storyteller, or do the whole record himself. So he had to like rap more. So stuff like this, him being solo artist after the breakup of EPMD, and albums like this. By the time he got to albums like this, man, he perfected it. And so number 8, how brilliant is this? Rappers, artists being the White House cabinet. The Black House cabinet. This is the Black House cabinet. He selected a great hip hop cabinet for 2019. He might want to remix this record. He talks about P. Diddy. P. Diddy's in the news. I'm just saying, R.I.P. to DMX. He speaks on DMX. R.I.P. He was alive then. He talks about Will Smith. Like, will that be controversial? Will Smith in your White House cabinet? I'm just joking around. I know it's a joke that he's it's just a record that he's speaking on, and it's fake. But it's interesting. That's all I gotta say. It's interesting that that is what that is. All right. So what I was doing, I was stalling, trying to put the songs up. I'm like, I didn't take the songs. I had the old. I ain't gonna lie. I had the old songs from the last review in there, and I thought I updated everything. Listen, I need a secretary. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go to number 9, Stay Real, Part 2. Now, if y'all know Erick Sermon, Stay Real, the first one, oh man, is a banger as well. Stay Real Part 2, featuring Nature and Keith Murray, produced by Erick Sermon. Let's give flowers to Erick Sermon now. I'm pretty sure people do respect and love Erick Sermon as an artist, as a producer, as a businessman. Now he's making that money elsewhere too. He's around. He got he's passport gang. Erick Sermon's passport gang. He's running around. But Stay Real Part 2, featuring Nature and Keith Murray. Another tough track from Erick Sermon. It's just a headbanger. See how I jumped through that? It is. Nature came through with some war paint on. He put the war paint on and came through with his verse. Erick is staying real for the second time. Stay real. Now, if y'all remember the first Stay Real, man, it was a diss record. I gotta get into it, but shout out to PMD. Shout out to Parrish, man. They cool now, but I'm just saying. I think they're gonna do another EPMD album. I wonder, do you want another EPMD? Do you guys want another EPMD album? I do. I'm a huge fan, so I do. Erick Sermon, again, saying real. Keith Murray effing everybody's moms on this song. Somebody go check on Keith Murray, man. Mr. Murray, he did have the best verse on here. More, it was entertaining, it was exciting. Shout out to Keith Murray, but go check on Keith Murray, man. Go check on my man Keith Murray. All right, number 10 is Zion, featuring Xzibit, David Banner, and ShaQ. This is produced by Ty Fifth. This beat does speak to the rappers on this track. Xzibit sparks the fire and dumps on you. He's dumping on us, man. He's dumping on us. Erick giving gifts away, you know what I'm saying, through his rhymes. David Banner is swinging the bat like Willie Mays on this track. He's swinging. And then ShaQ, Shaquille O'Neal. Tell you, Shaquille O'Neal can rap. He probably the best, or at least top 5 best athlete rapper. We gotta get a list. But then ShaQ shuts the party down. Diesel Lion, aka ShaQ. We gotta do that list. What y'all think? Who's the top 5 artists / athletes. Is ShaQ number one? ShaQ a rap. I'll just say ShaQ's dope. He might be top 5 at least. Shout out to ShaQ. But number 11 may sound crazy. Featuring Too Short, Devin the Dude, and Maine, produced by DJ Battlecat. Let's listen. Go get your pimp cups. Go get your pimp cups for this song. The smooth pimped out track got the rappers in a cool, calm demeanor. Too Short, man. Too Short effing your girl on here. He's effing all everybody's girl on here. And you got Devin the Dude. He's so smooth on the mic. You know what I'm saying? His lyrics are like butter and very quotable. I love Devin the Dude. Devin the Dude is dope. Another underrated rapper nobody talk about a lot, but Devin the Dude's dope. He got his own fan base. I'm pretty sure you got to follow him. Shout out to Devin. Devin do these records with ease. He's nasty. But this is a nasty record about a female or something. Devin the Dude, he hit those out the park all the time. You know what I'm just saying? And Maine, the singer, Maine held it down on his vocals as Erick Sermon. Erick Sermon shut it down at the end. So before I get to the last 2 tracks, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, man. Comment below. Let me know what's going on. I asked a lot of questions on here. I want to know if this album's a classic. I didn't ask that in the beginning, but is this album a classic? Speaking of classics, get my second book, Surveyors Chronicles, Surveyors Classics, Volume 2, Surveyors Chronicles. It's in the description. Thanks for the support in the future. Get the merch if you can. Hoodies. I love my city. Anybody can wear that. I got colors, blue, green, all that. You know what I mean? Hit me up, man. Buy me a virtual coffee, virtual tea, virtual beer in the description. I do all this stuff for free. I love it. This is my thing, man. Let's get to number 12, man. So I can get one of these. Y'all need to give me some money so I can get one of these. Number 12 is 300E. I need the 300E, man. Listen, I'm still in it, man. I didn't want to tell you the car I got. Y'all gonna laugh, man. But anyway, 300E featured Kami Marsden, produced by Rockwilder. Rockwilder, again, whenever you see his name, you be like, yo, get the neck brace. I'm telling you. Erick Sermon shows us how he is a great storyteller. Once again, his adventures in this 300E, driving around in this 300E, driving around the town is just exciting. He got exciting stories. He's hanging out with Mike Tyson, a verse. He's meeting Raekwon, one of his favorites, but he's being cool, calm, and collected. When he meet him, he's pimping on the car. He's meeting Raekwon, the GOAT, the super GOAT, Raekwon. Number 13, last track, Vernia, title track, Vernia, produced by Rockwilder. Now, this one, I thought my neck was going to snap, but I could take the neck brace off for this one. This one's a real personal record for everybody. You know how people do the mother records. They could, I love you mother records, or you lose your mother type of records. This one was a grandmother. This one's dope. It's like I'm pretty sure people have done grandmother records when your grandmother passed, but this one really hits. It's really a hit. I think this is a hit record. So if you lost your grandmother, I lost both my grandmothers. So this is a great record. This record can have you weeping and stuff. There are not many records shouting out the grandmothers, right? I love this record. Like I said, hey grandma. I had 2 great grandmothers. I was fortunate. I was lucky to have 2 grandmas. I called one mom, and then I called my grandfather Pa. So it's mom, Pa, and also my father's side. And then on my mother's side, I called my grandmother I called her mom. I called my hold up. I'm got to get the names mixed up. But it was I called my grandmother on my mother's side mom. I called my grandfather on my mother's side Daddy. And then my my father's side, I called them, it was my grandmother, I called them Mama and Papa. And then, you know what I'm saying? I miss Mama and Papa, and I miss, Mom. I just call my grandmother Mom. It was weird. I just call my mother Mommy, or Mother, and then, I call my grandmother Mom. So what did you call your grandmother? But this is a great record. It's a great Vernia. Like I said, it means springtime. So maybe did he lose his grandmother in springtime? I'm not sure how that title fits in with the loss of his grandmothers, grandparents. But this album's good, man. Is it a classic album? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna. I have my review will be in the description. Would you guys review it? What do you guys think of it? Let me know what you guys think. You guys think it's a classic album? Do I think it's just a good album? Where do you put it in Erick Sermon's catalog? Where do you put it in Erick Sermon's catalog? Let me know. Where would you put it? I think it's a great album. I think like I said, you'll see my score in the description, and I need to see yours in the comments, man. I want to know what y'all grade this. And I do 5 mic scale, 1 to 5 mics. Y'all could do half mics. I could do like 3.5 or 4.5 or whatever y'all want to do. But yeah, man, this was a fun album to go revisit. Like I said, this was April 19, 2019. This is before the pandemic. This is the good times. This is the good time music, before the pandemic. But shout out to Erick Sermon and everybody that blessed this album. Coming back from Brentwood, Long Island, and be back in Boston, Beantown, man. I want to shout out everybody that supports me with the clothing line, the merch, everybody that supports the books, everybody that supports this podcast, listens to, because you can listen to it on another platform. If you want to just listen to it in your car, I got a podcast called How Many Podcasts Must Get This. So go look up How Many Podcasts Must Get This. It's on Apple, Spotify, it's on all the DSPs. And then this one is more of like, this is the YouTube version, of course, too, as well. And you can see me. So YouTube version is longer. That's all I gotta say. The audio versions is just the breakdown of the album, and that's it. So you just want to hear the breakdown of the album, you go listen to the radio version. If you want to hear the questions and the stuff that I talk about, in the beginning or maybe at the end, because when I do have artists and producers or whoever on here, I'm speaking to them in the beginning, then I'm speaking to them at the end. But in the middle, we just talk about their album, and that's what goes on digital platforms only. So look it up. How Many Podcasts Must Get This? Go look it up. Check it out, man. But I want to thank everybody, that's been supporting me. And it's 2024. They say it's the year of the truth. It's the year of the truth, man. And that's that's all I got to say is the year of the truth, man. THHC podcast. Thanks all who support, man. Fact checkers. Do you have any positive energy to share or questions for the artist or us or me? And y'all can promote too. So promote things if you like under my under the comments, and respectfully. And y'all remember, love over hate, man. Love, man. And get the legal bag, get passive income. AI is coming. AI is here. They talk about 40% of the jobs. They're going to take them more. Find other ways to make income and money. That's all I got to say. Love y'all, man. Peace, man. All right, y'all. We out of here. Erick Sermon. It's the E double, #1 on the planet, taking control.